So, um, I'm back with another backtest video. I was doing some research on how I can improve my crafts with my trade, and I came across some different strategies that I can use to implement in my trading. So let me just go over this trade that I took. So how did I start? So firstly, I chose a random day, and I wanted to see price, see how I can implement trading off levels in a way. So my overall bias was bullish, and it was bullish because you're inside this gap, this daily gap right here. We had taken out this low right here, right? And I wanted to see us bounce off this gap and proceed higher, which is what we did. And that is typically my retracement model. So usually I like to see price make a down engulfing bearish displacement candle and then go up, making another displacement bullish candle within that bearish, and then tap back into it and then target the high. Alright, and I would enter at that C once it tapped the CE. Right, so that's my retracement model. So I saw that this looks like got swept, came up inside it and took that set up right there. So I go on the 4 hour, right? And basically try to see um, some levels I can pick up, right? So I don't want to take any trades down here because I like to see confirmation before I take a trade. So I saw that we were inside this 4 hour range, just like the daily, and that we were just getting ready to bounce off that gap. So basically, I went to the 15 minute, yeah, went to the 15 minute, and I saw how price came down, swept this low, right? And that fits the bias of it going up, right? Because my retracement model, you come down, and you go up, and you tap back, and you go in, right? So we swept that low down there, went up through the daily gap, and we made this big um, fair value gap here that I wanted to see get traded back into. So if I wanted to trade retracement, right, I want price to keep this bullish um order flow. I don't want it to go beneath the 50 percentile. So I use my fit tool. I do from the swing low to the swing high, and I want price to remain to bounce off this 50% point right here. And I saw how that 50% also matches the CE with this 15-minute bullish for rally gap. So obviously that's a big liquidity point for price to retrace into. So I'm going to oh yeah. So on market open, we saw price come up and sweep these highs right here. Came up, sweep these highs clean. So now they gave me confirmation that we are going lower to my level. So I basically just waited for price to tap that level, and now I scaled down to the 1 minute. This is how I found my entry. So I scaled down to the 1 minute, right? And I basically looked for gaps that were already tapped into, but continued, but not really fully tapped into. So there's no gaps here that That way, this wick right here sweep the sell side, but didn't tap into any gap, so you can't use that one. But there's a wick right here that tapped into this gap right, and it gave me confidence that we could be trading into that gap as we come down from sweeping that high, right? So I drew that for value gap all the way across, and I made sure that there were no other like wicks like this that price could trade back into. And it kind of fit the narrative because I didn't want price to go beneath this 50% level. So I go back all the way over here and I set a limit at the CE of this wick because I want price to sweep this low right here and also tap into this gap that's also within the 15-minute bullish gap and also within the daily gap, so it all fits together and it gets close to like tap. They didn't tap the daily CE, so that kind of like um gave it more confidence that it was gonna go up. Right? So I set the limit, 5-point stop loss, targeted buy side, and that's basically it. So I just learned a lot from today that like I could use so many things to put my trade in and like for it to work. I know I'm just rambling, but it's just one trade, but I look-y want to find another trade so I can like show y'all in real time. So I'm gonna find another trade. Alright, let's look at this one because this is like September. Let me look at another month. So even this could be like a good setup where price is currently at. Let's look at this month, December 1st. Yeah, we can do December 1st. So go back to that. We are inside this daily gap right here. We obviously want to inverse it, right? There is a daily gap right here that can be traded into. So what I do here is just observe that price swept this low down here, and price could be targeting these highs up here. So if I were to catch a level, like my model is go down, you go up, and then you tap, and then you continue, right? So I guess I would want to see price tap into either of these. I want to see it like come out first and tap it or something. So it's like around this time, previous day low, previous day high had already been taken. And it's past 10 o'clock. Yeah. Oh, there's big gaps right here. Let's go to the 1 hour and see. Okay. Let's go to high continued. I think I'd want to see a break out of that first. Okay, there we go. So we swept the high right there. Now I want to see price come lower towards this gap, right? And now how would I take entry? I see that there's a 1 hour gap right there that was wicked, so that gap is filled. if I wanted to remain bullish, I needed to stay. What the heck is that? Why is it glitchy? I needed to stay within this 0.5 range. Gee, that one's too small. This one from this one. That's cool. That's low. Swing high. I don't know why it's doing that, but I wanted to stay within there, right? So we see this low right here. That's about at the point, the 0.5. So we obviously want to see that get swept. We see that there's a hourly gap that's near it, so that'll be a point. That'll be a point to draw to. Um, so there's a couple of more gaps here as well. That could be a point for a price to draw to. So if there's more points below that point, it kind of gets invalidated because we gotta pass it anyways. Now, we do want to stay above this 30%. So I feel like I wouldn't want to see price come any lower than this gap right here. So I feel like that will be my level to take. So we're going to 1 minute on like more precise gaps within this 5-minute gap right here. And this one right here, I got tapped into. Yeah. So I feel like put my CE level right there. Buy. And I'll just watch price as it comes down to that little, it's right in the 50 percentile. I just wanted to like come down, sweep it. I feel like this level will be more safer. Let me just put it in the middle then. So I don't want to have too much of a stop. It's more like a retrace. It's more like, okay, yeah. This one makes more sense. So yeah, I'll take this trade. Just wait for the price to come down first. So yeah, my level gets tapped into, and it does tap a little bit. It puts me into like a couple points drawdown. I'll probably have like a stop below that. But yeah, I forgot I got right there, and yeah, maybe a 15-point stop to be safe, honestly. But now we should probably be looking for a target, which will probably be those highs. And I'll probably like break even right now. So let's just see what happens. So we do get stopped out, and price bounces off this level instead, not sweeping it, but tapping, but like double bottoming it. So let's see why that one got tapped or got filled in that line. So yes, there was a gap and it was tapped into. So I guess you can do that. But I feel like the only reason why is because I didn't know how low it's gonna go inside of this, and I didn't want it to go like past the level. Wait, did we sweep? I don't know if we did. No, we did. We didn't sweep that. Oh, right there, but it did tap that 5-minute gap right there. Anyways, tapped that level, took up higher, and I mean, if I would have stayed in this trade, I probably would have like targeted the high. Honestly, if I knew, I was just demonstrating this to see if it would work or not, and it kind of did a little bit. It was just like a mini trace. It's not unfortunate with like the levels, but yeah, it's probably gonna play out the way I wanted to. Going all the way up, up, up. It's consolidating. Goes back down. And it taps it again. All the way up. Boom. So yeah, that would have been a very long trade. But if I would have found entry, I mean, I didn't really find entry here. I found entry here. Like I wanted to see this get swept, and it did. And I took that setup instead. Right. And I feel like that high would have been a great target. So next thing to note is don't predict for any like what's it called? No, I didn't type that. Type that one like kind of would. Yeah, that would be a crazy opportunity. You like accidentally denying it's out there, you know? But the important part is that it stayed like within that 50% point. I mean, it went down a little bit, but you know, December price action, it stayed within that gap, and it just consolidated on its way up to eventually hit take profit. Um, but yeah, definitely you wouldn't want price to come down here. That would just like point to bearish. So it's good that it happened the way it did. I'm definitely gonna be backtesting this new addition to my strategy now, so I can like get used to it. Um, yeah, thank you guys for watching. If this helped you, I hope it helps your trading journey a lot. I'm not really asking you guys to subscribe because I'm really like doing this for like the learning aspect and not the money aspect. Because I think trading is kind of cool and interesting. But thank you guys.